If you are tired of starting over, this is for you. This isn't a challenge. It's not a quick fix. This is workout 1 of 16 of the Everyday Strong program, and we are here to build strength that lasts. I am absolutely ecstatic to have you here on this Monday morning. This is Coach Lance Leo coming to you live from Minneapolis, Minnesota, where we're starting a new program, and it's gonna be one hell of a program to follow. If you're looking to build strength that lasts, not looking for that quick fix, this will be your program. At the age of 51, I do feel like I'm in my 30s, and I often say I want that same exact thing for you. I do hope this video is working. Bear with me. Bear with me, guys. All right, there we go. My apologies. Let me start that off from the very top. The primary goal here is the following. If you are tired of starting over, this is for you. This isn't a challenge. It's not a quick fix. This is workout number 1 of 16 of the Everyday Strong program, where we build strength that absolutely is built to last. Again, hopefully that worked. I know I'm having some technical difficulties on this first week of January, but I do want to get right to it today, guys. You'll notice here on the very front here, I do have the poll that shows what you guys have been asking for, and that is why we're doing this program today, all right? So it is the Everyday Strong program, where we're not doing quick fixes here. We're trying to establish strength that lasts a lifetime. Again, you voted for this, and so here we are. You'll notice that upwards of 44% of you want to build strength that lasts. And that's exactly what we'll be doing in the next 16 weeks. I do hope everything's working, everything from audio, the tech, all of that. But let's jump into several things here real quick. I want to make sure I go over that board. I do apologize for those little glitches on the front end. We will be going through essentially a 5-minute warm-up. We will also go through a 15-minute strength segment, utilizing an every minute on the minute. We will also do a carry and core continuous flow, which should be absolutely fantastic for all of us. We'll also then go through the Tusker standards of the pull-up challenge, as well as the Turkish get-up challenge. If anyone has the ability to, I would love for you guys to send a quick comment for me. Let me know if you hear me and if that works. All right, hopefully that you can hear me. Let's see here. Let's jump into some of the other elements here, guys, real quick. With this program, we are also going to work off of very similar to the alpha cycle. We'll be going through 4 distinct phases over the next 16 weeks. That first block will be more of a foundation focus. We'll then do a capacity focus. We'll also do a build phase. We'll also then do a sustainable phase on the back end as well. So we have, again, a great program ahead of us where we're going to build some serious strength and allow you to continue to do the things that you love to do in your later years, if not even now. Last few things here. I will be going through all of these slides. I will show you exactly the workout that we'll be doing, so there is no guessing. If you can't read that board, absolutely no problem. I will be putting down on the very bottom exactly what we'll be doing. Again, going through 4 phases over the next 16 weeks, where this could easily become something that extends well beyond 16 weeks, based off of interest as well. Again, this is ESP Strong, Everyday Strong program, week 1 of 16. Meant to do that on the very front end and then cut, my bad. All right, guys, I'm gonna reposition. We're gonna get that warm up in, and then we're gonna seize this Monday. All right, here we go. Bear with me as I just transition briefly, and then we'll have one hell of a workout this morning. Again, welcome to this program. Welcome to Minneapolis. Can't wait to have you guys with me today. We'll reposition briefly, and then we'll get our warm-up in. If you do have questions, by all means, I do try to answer those questions. The challenge, of course, is when I'm actually engaging the workout, it sometimes gets difficult to actually process the questions. But if you do post those post live, by all means, I'll be able to answer those, obviously. All right, guys, just last few bits here, then we'll get going. All right, perfect. All right, guys, as you can see on the board or on this monitor real quick, 4 phases, today's warm-up. Going through 5 total minutes, we'll be doing a hip hinge drill. I've shown this to you before. I will use it again. If you do have a PVC pipe, there is no better way to understand what an appropriate hip hinge should look like and feel like. That will carry over for all of the kettlebell exercises that we will be doing. All right, guys, here we go. I'm going to start that timer. We're taking off in less than 30 seconds. If you need water, by all means, grab some. Keep that hydration high. Put that somewhere. There it is. We're starting off, guys, quickly with a hip hinge drill. Moving through a total of 10 reps. A total of 10 reps. Ease into this one. I will be using a 32 kilogram bell, 70-pound bell today. All right, we're going through 10 hip hinge drill, 10 reps. Here we go. Stand tall, find those glutes. If you have a broom handle, by all means use a broom handle. If you have a PVC pipe, by all means use a PVC pipe, or get rid of the pipe altogether and actually pretend as if you're doing a deadlift. Here's 4. Hamstring tension is the key. 5. Here is 6, lock out those glutes, coming up on 7. Last 3, here is 8. Last 2 is 9. Again, hamstring tension, neutral spine, head follows that flexion and extension. All right, next one, we're doing a light goblet squat. I'm just gonna grab a 32 or 62 kilogram bell. I'll give you the side angle. We're just gonna drop into a nice deep squat, stand tall. Just 5 good reps. Making sure that chest is tall. Perfect. Now we're gonna hit that floor, guys. We're gonna hit that floor for a 30-second plank. We can do a push-up plank. We can go forearm. I started on the 40. I'll say we start on the 45. We'll cycle through this probably upwards of 1 to 2 times. Again, I started this plank on the 45, so on the 15, we will stop. Guys, make sure you lock out those glutes. Abs are on, shoulders are taut, good, solid tension. Heels are together. Again, I can't stress enough, the big deal there is to lock down on those glutes. Okay, 3, 2, 1, out of that plank. Good work. Again, just getting things moving. Just getting things moving. All right, light kettlebell swing. Again, I'm just gonna use that 35 or 16 kilogram bell. Let's get 10 good reps. Lock out those glutes. Feel strong. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. All right, guys, that's 1 round through. Let's cycle through that 1 more time. The goal here again is just to get things moving a little bit. All right, guys, hip hinge once again. We're gonna go through 10 good hip hinges. I try to practice where that bell would be in correlation to my tibia or my shins. That's where my hands go, stand tall. That's 1, 2, 3. Plenty of time today to work. This is a slow, easy entry into movement. 5. Last 5, here is 6, 7, here is 8. Again, just simple hip hinge. Last 2, here is 9, and then 10. Another way you could do that, those doing deadlifts with the barbell, same mindset, bars against the shins, stand tall, literally bend the bar across your quads for a deadlift. All right, guys, here we go. Let's get back to it. Goblet squat, 5 good reps. Clean that bell, rigid spine, and then sit into that deep primal squat. Stand tall. We'll go 2 times through. Here comes 3. Last 2. And then last 1, here's 5. Good. All right, guys, back to that floor. Push-up plank, or forearm plank. Either win. I'm gonna go push-up plank on this one. We're gonna go 30 seconds. You can even add a little bit of forward and back by just drawing out on the balls of your feet to create a little bit more tension. Gives you a little bit of a forearm stretch, wrist stretch as well. All right, on 45 seconds, we're good. Again, think hands under shoulders, glutes maximally contracted, 5 seconds, and we're out. Beautiful, good work. All right, guys, finishing off here, we have about 40 seconds to go. We're hitting 10 real light swings. Find those glutes, find those hips. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Excellent job. Good work. Easy work, easy work. All right, guys, here we go. We're gonna move next into our main set, which will be a strength EMOM, and I cannot wait to attack that one with you. If you are tracking heart rate, let's make sure you get that heart rate engaged. Coming up next, main set, as noted. We're gonna do a strength segment here. I will be using the 32 kilogram bell or 70-pound kettlebell for the main set as the thumbnail depicted. All right, guys, let's pull that up on this TV and we'll be ready to roll. Again, thank you for your hard work so far. Thank you for showing up most specifically. All right, perfect. Taking off in 30 seconds. 30 seconds for takeoff. All right, first things first, guys. We're going through 3 minutes times 5. We're gonna do a two-handed swing. I'm gonna hit 8 reps starting off. The following set, I will then go 9 and then build to 10. All right, that's our first minute. That's our first focus, okay? I'm gonna go after, again, 8 total reps for the kettlebell swing. This is not a monster bell. It should be moderately challenging. 8 total reps, taking off now. Here we go, 8 reps. Lock out those glutes. 2, high tension. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Put the bell down. Plenty of rest. Plenty of rest. This is the foundation phase. So this should not be a workout today that extends you deep into the well, okay? This one should not be on a 1 to 10 scale, a 10 effort. I would encourage you to be in that 6 on a 1 to 10. 1 would be a walk in the park, 10 is all out exertion, okay? Next up, we'll be doing a goblet squat. We'll start off with this one. Again, a rep range of anywhere between 4 and 6. For this first time through, I will start at 4 reps, and then we'll progressively increase that load by reps only over the course of these 15 minutes. All right, guys, kettlebell clean first to initiate the goblet squat. Find that primal depth, neutral spine. Stand up tall, lock out those glutes, knees. Here's 2, deep breath. 2, 3. Excellent, good start. Good start. Again, I cannot stress enough, this workout, this program or project is a perfect fit for someone that wants to establish and continue to maintain solid strength work. All right, this should not be something that overwhelms you, by no means. All right, this should allow you to layer week after week, month after month, year after year work. Guys, coming up minute 3, we're doing a single arm press. I will be engaging 3 presses on my right, 3 presses on my left. This will require a single arm clean first. Okay, I'm gonna use a push press, not a strict press. 2, 3, good. Switching sides. Again, a clean and then a press. Good work, good work. Steady and strong. Steady and strong. Not a quick fix workout, not a quick fix program. We're in this for the long haul. And that is how we're pacing this program. All right, all, good job so far. We're now starting at the top once again, taking off in less than 10 seconds. I will now hit 9 reps on this every minute on the minute. Here we go, 9 good swings. Deep breath. Good work. Nice job. Could you go heavier? Absolutely, you could. I chose 70. I consider that a moderate load. It's not a 106 or a 48 kilogram sized bell. You have to start where your current fitness level is today, okay? Minute 2 coming up in less than 20 seconds. We will find that primal squat depth. That's what I would encourage you to work towards, is going into that nice deep squat and finding that depth. That is kind of a key component to staying functionally capable deep into your older years. All right, guys, let's do an initial clean going after 5 reps. Lock out those glutes, toes externally rotated ever so slightly. 1, 2, 3, last 2, 4, laying down the foundation. All of this stuff is relatively basic, but highly effective, simple and effective. All right, guys, in 30 seconds, going after that single arm press, driving the right arm, left arm, we're gonna go after a 4 and 4. Again, thanks for showing up. Perfect, Larry. Appreciate that feedback. Thank you so much. Going after that single arm press. Great to have you here, Larry. Let's go, guys. Come on. We're going after 4 reps on the right side. Do an initial clean. Again, use that push press to push that weight overhead. 3, 4. Good. Opposite side. Clean. Good job. Well done. All right, we're just whittling away on this one. Again, we're in this first 4-week block where we're focusing on foundations, establishing a rock solid foundation to build your home on. Anthony, I actually just use my iPhone. That's all I'm using. That's all I'm using is just the iPhone. All right, guys, here we go. Swing 10 reps. At the top once again. Here you go, deep breath. Good, easy. I often say to my people, you should finish this workout and have plenty in the tank. I do believe that's the secret sauce to how I approach my training. When you're done, you should not feel like you have to take 3 to 4 days of rest. All right, that's what's gonna allow you to layer, especially as you're aging, days, weeks, and months of good training. Guys, coming up, minute 2, goblet squat, 6 reps. I will very likely stay at that top number for the rest of the workout. All right, guys, here's 6 reps. Get that clean, lock out those knees and hips, externally rotate those feet, head up, stand tall, 6 reps. Good job. Good to be back into that rhythm. Christmas and winter break threw me off a bit. I opted to sleep in. That 4:25 alarm definitely was tough right there, I tell you, this morning. Holy mackerel. Guys, coming up onto that single arm press, again, 5 and 5. You're exactly right, Anthony. That's my exact thought as well. Appreciate the comment. Here we go, 5 and 5. Clean, 5 reps. Again, left side, clean. Let's press. Well done. Steady. Steady and strong. Feels good. Feels good. On a 1 to 10, once again. 10 being all-out exertion. 1 a walk in the park. This should put you about that 5 or 6. If it is not, I would make sure that bell size is less. All right, guys, here we go. Swings, 10 reps. Deep breath. Good work. Good work. All right, all, great job. Curious what your intensity is at today as well. If you would, in the comment section, let me know where that intensity is for you on a 1 to 10 scale. All right, guys, coming up, goblet squat, 6 reps. Cannot encourage you enough to pursue in 2026 primal squat depth. That's what I am demonstrating here. Okay, here we go. Initial clean, externally rotate your feet, neutral spine, stand tall. If you're struggling with primal squat depth, typically it starts at the ankle, okay? So typically I would say focus on calf stretches. Make sure that you're capable through your ankle joint first. Secondly, I would look at knee mobility, range, as well as hip. All right, guys, coming up on single arm press. One of my absolute favorite stretches is the couch stretch for opening up those hips. Highly encourage that one. All right, guys, here we go. Single arm press, 5 and 5. Good job. Steady. Love it. Good work. All right, guys, last time through these 3 minutes. One thing, if you're new to this channel, I can promise you, I am all about consistency. I will show up, Lord willing, every Monday at 5:30. 10 swings. Good job. There has to be a serious thing going for me not to be showing up. So I'm a huge proponent of being consistent with your training frequency and stress. Okay, guys, coming up, goblet squat, finish with the press, and then we have a 5-minute continuous carry and core element. If you are finding value in what we're doing here, and desire more of what we're doing, bear with me. Goblet squat, clean. 6 reps. Good work. Outstanding. Okay, last time through for the press. If you would like the board, the contents of this board, Monday through Saturday, I would strongly encourage you to become a TuskerStrong member, where I share with you the board, the details Monday through Saturday. Sunday's a full rest day. So if that sounds like something that you would like, by all means, consider becoming a member of TuskerStrong. Guys, finishing up 5 and 5. Rocking the press. I'll be facing you for the last one. Here we go. Here we go. Clean that weight. Find it. Front rack. 5. Here we go. Last 5. Good work. Well done. Okay, guys, 20-something seconds left. We then move in to part C, the carry and core. Guys, finish strong. 15 seconds to go. Ultra Lyrics in the house. Always good to hear from you, my man. Thank you for the shout out. Positive vibes. I love it. All right, guys, here we go. Well done. Next phase is a carry and core focus. Carry and core focus. Let's get after it. All right, so here's the focus, okay? What we're gonna be engaging is, in my case, I'm gonna attack my 32 kg. We're gonna do a suitcase carry. We could essentially just walk back and forth for 30 seconds. Another option is simply just marching in place 30 seconds. Let me pull that slide up so you guys see and know what I'm talking about. Bear with me. Bear with me. All right, there it is. Good. All right, guys, so there's the carry and core component, okay? Here's the carry and core component. We're taking off in 30 seconds, staying on task, all right? So I will very likely just simply march. I don't want to lose you guys on the screen. I am going to simply start with my right side first, and my carry is simply going to be a high knee marching. If you have space, you want to go ahead and walk. I'm going to go 30 seconds on my right hand. I am then going to take and hold that hand, that bell in that front rack position for 30 seconds. I'm going to then switch hands to my left hand. All right, here we go. Let's rock and roll. So suitcase carry, you can do one of two things. You can go ahead and walk, but we're going for 5 minutes of continuous loading, okay? Great way to activate that core pretty much comprehensively here. My right shoulder is engaged, posterior shoulder is engaged, left oblique is engaged, not to mention balance. All right, guys, we're gonna switch to a front rack, hold. Okay, so this is a unilateral loading. Left oblique is on, right shoulder is on. Again, posterior, anterior shoulder is on. Lock out those glutes. We're then switching to the left side. If at any time you need to put the bell down, you just do it. Not a problem. I am gonna switch to my left side. 3, 2, 1. Okay, once again, I am just gonna march 30 seconds and then front rack. 5 total minutes of constant engagement. Do apologize if the kettlebell hits the mic on my shirt here. Okay, clean and hold. Isometric hold, high tension, not passive. Glutes are on, right oblique is on, left rear shoulder is on. 6:02 this fine morning. Switch hands. And once again, marching. Marching right side. Again, you could easily walk this out if you have space. For sake of the video, I'm staying in sight of the camera. Most important piece is, by all means, fully contracting your glutes, okay? Those glutes should be on board for this whole sitch. Try not to lean one way. The temptation is to go this way. Try to stand straight. Left side, once again, marching. Marching or walking. Finish line is right in front. In 5 seconds, rack the weight. I am choosing not to let the weight touch the floor. This will get the heart rate up. I see in 159. 10 seconds, switch sides. Last time through. Last time. 30 seconds of marching or simple suitcase carry. All right, guys, 10 seconds, front rack hold. Last 30 seconds coming up. "20 seconds, we rest. 15. Lock out those glutes from start to finish. 5, 3. Beautiful. Good work. Nice job. All right, guys, we are not done yet. One of the most important elements in 2026 will be the finishing piece, the challenge element, okay? Again, those of you who are new to the channel may not be aware of what we're referring to. Back in September, I did suggest for all of you to either get up on the bar and execute as many pull-ups as you possibly could get on that pull-up, and then take 5 reps off. That was where we started back in September. I would encourage you today to start that challenge as well with me. This is an everyday challenge where for myself, I get up on that bar and I'm at now 14 reps. As noted, I was at 15 when I tested out, took 5 reps off. In September, I was at 10 reps. Now that we are in January, we add 1 rep per month. So now here we are, and I am attacking 14 reps. Every day I do 14 reps. The following month I plan on being at 15 reps. You can also do this with the kettlebell swing. So wherever you are on that journey, I want to challenge you now to jump up with me. I'm going for 14 strict pulls and then the Turkish get up. Here we go. Last 4. And then fight that eccentric a little bit there. Good work. Good work, guys. Well done. Okay, next up, last element is the Turkish Get Up Challenge. Same mindset, pick a bell that works for you. We're doing 1 and 1. 1 rep on the right, 1 rep on the left. I have since moved to the 40 kilogram bell at this phase in the cycle. So I'm going after 1 and 1. Find the bell size that works for you. Hit the floor with me, and then we take on the rest of Monday. All right, guys, here we go. I'll count out the reps with you, or the steps. 1, gotta have it start. Come to your elbow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Switch sides. Here we go. Left side. Last bit. Again, I'll count out the steps. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Outstanding job. Outstanding job, guys. Again, thank you for your hard work on this Monday. Most importantly, thank you for showing up. Part of the battle in this journey called fitness is showing up consistently. So I do appreciate those who towed the line, showed up, and got the job done. Guys, welcome once again to the Everyday Strong Project, where I'm not after quick fixes, but I am after long-term and sustainable gains. So if that sounds like you have found not only the right channel, the right guy, but also the right program. We're gonna spend the next 4 weeks on foundations to establish a strong base, and then we'll be raising the bar as we go. Guys, I can't thank you enough for your time. If you did have questions for me, I'd be happy to answer those, but it looks like we're good, all good. Guys, thank you again for all that you've done. Thanks for showing up, and I cannot wait to see you next Monday at 5:30 a.m. CST. Again, if you have not seen the rest of this channel, by all means, I would highly encourage you to look at the VO2 Max project, the Alpha Cycle, which was the program prior to this, the 24 kilogram training series, and there's a whole lot more there for you to take a look at. That 1 kettlebell, 1 exercise, 30 minutes of X is also a fantastic series as well. All right, guys, as I always say, here with TuskerStrong, it's all about staying strong. It's all about saying TuskerStrong, which is a mindset and a lifestyle, and it's doing everything we can to age well together. I cannot wait to see you at the next one. And of course, I did forget to say, bear with me. Thank you. Guys, thank you for always being here. I do appreciate you. Have a great week.